Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Lutheran High School St. Charles. Is the varsity boys basketball here tonight. This third game in this three-game series here in between your Lutheran High School St. Charles, who will be in the white jerseys tonight, facing the St. Mary's Catholic High School, who will be in the grayish-green uniforms. I am Ryan Bertel, as I will be partnered with the man who does it all, Mr. Doug Coleman, along with the producer of sports technology, Brent Gossett. Without him, we would be nothing. Thanks for tuning in. Varsity tip-off, starting lineups, national anthem. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Lutheran High School St. Charles for tonight's game between the Dragons from St. Mary's High School and your Lutheran High School Cougars. As members of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, this is a reminder that good sportsmanship is a high school tradition. Both these teams know and accept the responsibility of displaying good sportsmanship for their fans and school community. We welcome everyone to Lutheran High and wish all players and coaches good luck in tonight's game. At this time, would everyone please rise, remove your hats for prayer, and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. We pray. Lord God, Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to compete this evening. We thank you for the abilities you have blessed these student athletes with and given them the spirit of competition to play this game of basketball. Please bless the coaches and officials with wisdom in their handling of the players, keep everyone safe from injury, and allow fans to demonstrate good sportsmanship so this day may glorify you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First to guest on the scoreboard, the St. Mary's Dragons. Number 3, Khalil Boyd. Number 4, Keith Howard. Number 5, Dwayne Forland. Number 11, Quintrell Leonard. And number 21 is Irene Collins. Dragons are coached by Mr. Brian Turner. And now the starting lineup for your Lutheran High School Cougars. A 6'1" junior, number 2, Tatum Bethany. A 6' junior, number 10, Dwayne Walker. A 5'10" junior, number 14, Charlie Mesa. A 6'6" senior, number 21, Brady Connor. And a 6'5" senior, number 23, Demetrius Phillips. Cougars are coached by Mr. Corey Bowden.
Good evening. Welcome to Lutheran High School of St. Charles County for tonight's basketball contest between your Lutheran High School Cougars against the Dragons of St. Mary's Catholic. I'm Doug Kuhlman, joined up here in the booth by our Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett, and our play-by-play man tonight, Mr. Ryan Bertel. Ryan, how you doing tonight?
Good, partner. We got a tie series here so far. Freshman was in favor of the Dragons, and JV was in favor of the Cougars. So let's see what happens here in the varsity and who takes home the series victory here tonight.
It's been a fun night so far.
Your starting lineup consists of a junior trio and a senior duo here. Tatum Bethany has the ball, number 2 in white. Gives it to your leading scorer on the Cougars. Over to Dwayne Walker, no good on the three-pointer. Out in transition, Collins scores it early. Number 21 in gray. That's the key to the game here for your Cougars is 21 in gray. Is averaging 25.2 points a game. That is second in all the St. Louis area here, folks. So St. Mary's here in the gray and the green. 2-0 early for the Dragons. Brady Connor puts up a 3-ball, no good. Offensive board by Tatum Bethany, also no good. Another offensive board, Demetrius Phillips, the Cougars' leading scorer, gets it going here early for the Cougars.
Boy, good to have Michi back in this lineup. Really would have liked him last Friday against Duchesne. I think that game might have turned out differently with his 6'6" frame patrolling the inside there, Ryan.
Averaging 20 and 10 here for your Cougars, number 23 in white. That's Boyd, goes all the way in, get blocked by somebody down there. Dwayne Walker with the transition open layup. I couldn't tell who blocked that shot. There was like three Cougar hands there. It was Dwayne.
I think that was Dwayne. He went coast to coast after that block. Nice play.
There's St. Mary's leading scorer, and Collins, 21, gets the ball back over on the wing, gets it inside to Forland. Forland goes up, no good.
Boy, and there you go. There's Big Michi affecting a shot once again. That's 2 block shots early in this game, Ryan.
Great to have number 23 back for your Cougars. Is on a bit of a losing stretch here as they need to get back on the win sheet as Brady Connor, the senior duo alongside Demetrius, will score as they 6-2 early for your Cougars. Good start so far for the home team in white as that is Boyd. Collins has the ball on the wing.
Good ball movement by these Dragons so far. Boy, nice take there by Collins. He just kind of took that ball right around the edge.
Again, 21 in gray is the second leading scorer in all of St. Louis area, averaging 25 a game. Dwayne Walker goes up, gets blocked, but Demetrius Phillips is right there for the follow-up. Phillips with 4 early points here.
Boy, Phillips wants that claw tonight again. I think he earned that earlier this year, didn't he?
He did indeed. As it's the battle between 21 in gray and 23 in white, as both are averaging over 20 a game. See who can get there or who can get here more the fastest. But for the Cougars, it's really about a W here tonight.
It is. And here, speaking of Collins, looks like he's going to pick up a foul here as he tried to go up and block that shot of Charlie Mesa. And Charlie just get a nice pump fake right there. Good play by the Cougars.
Well, he actually jumped over him, partner.
He jumped
right over him. As we're going to go over some sponsors here early.
Let's hear from our gold sponsor. First of all, Signature Orthopedics, and also our silver sponsors, Athletico Physical Therapy, CertaPro Painters, A&W All-American Food, New American Funding, and Car Shield. Thank you very much for your support. Once again, our gold sponsors, Signature Orthopedics, and our silver sponsors, Athletico Physical Therapy, CertaPro Painters, A&W All-American Food, New American Funding, and Car Shield. Boy, thank you so much for our sponsors, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Any way, shape, or form that you can help our school, it is greatly appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars in the white, Dragons in the gray and green. I got to tell you, I kind of like these Dragon uniforms they came out here with tonight.
I agree, 100% agree. They are pretty sharp. I know they've kind of gone through some rebranding pieces here as they kind of look more, as opposed to calling themselves St. Mary's being called Southside Catholic, as you can see on the front of their jerseys here. So as they kind of rebrand, maybe they get some new colors in there into their palette.
Well, I also like the mascot, a dragon.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't see that often, a dragon.
That's for sure.
They are down by 4, 8-4 in favor of the home team Cougars. Is number 3 there. Khalil Boyd will have the ball on the Cougar head, guarded by 14 in white, Charlie Mesa. He'll go down the lane against Brady. Brady Connor blocked his shot. Tatum Bethany with the rebound. Tie up there. Jump ball, possession arrow favors the Dragons.
Boy, Connor could have picked up a foul there. I'm glad he had his hands straight up and simply just went up and blocked that shot, did a nice shot. And my goodness, did you see that there? Did you see what Collins did?
It's wow.
That is some heady basketball from a young player there, Ryan.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, his brother plays for SLU University downtown as well.
That is correct.
We were talking about that earlier this morning as number 40 checks in, Zeke Brown for your Cougars. Charlie Mesa gets a good pass from Tatum Bethany. Demetrius has 6 points early. He's just cleaning up the dirt down low and getting easy offensive rebounds and some easy buckets to start off.
He's doing a real nice job.
That's Collins as off the ball foul on number 5 there, Dwayne Forland. It must have been an illegal screen is what the referee called. That was away from the ball there as I wasn't paying attention, but I couldn't tell you what happened there, folks.
You know, I couldn't necessarily either, but I did see Charlie Mesa fly about 14 feet. So I'm going to say it might have been an illegal screen there, you know.
Zeke Brown at the top of the key there, gives it over to the senior Brady Connor as Tatum Bethany's in the corner, skips it over to Zeke Brown. We all know he can shoot it, puts it up, no good. Brady Connor in the corner, gives it down, tries to give it down low to his senior partner.
I'll tell you what, I love the hustle there from Brady Connor. He came screaming across that lane to chase that ball down, simply wanted it more than any of the Dragons tonight.
Well, last week we were talking about it again in the Helias Trinity Jeff City game. It's truly a senior duo here that they got between Connor and Phillips. Connor will fire up a 3-ball and it's good. Brady Connor
nice.
From deep.
Nothing but net. Nice stroke he had there, Ryan.
Yeah, that's big there for Brady. Is averaging just a little under 10 points a game. Is him and Demetrius, as we talked about earlier, a senior duo averaging around 30 points a game, which is pretty big when you have 2 seniors that can step up and knock down some shots. Is number 2 there, Demetrius Griffin.
You know, he got away with a travel there. Now he's not going to get away with that foul. I think Griffin there did travel as he went into that lane, took that 3rd step, but he's going to pick up a foul anyways. Ball go back over to the Cougars. Good defense.
I am Ryan Bertel, partnered with my partner who does it all here at Lutheran High, Mr. Doug Coleman, and alongside our producer of sports technology, Brent Gossett. It's first quarter here. Cougars up 13-6 early. Brady Connor have the ball. Good pass into Tatum Bethany. He looked like he got fouled as well as it looks like the referee crew is letting the play as again. Demetrius Phillips, 8 early points in this first quarter, cleaning up the dirty work down low, getting offensive rebounds and scoring just what he does, 20 and 10 a game, partner.
Boy, he is in the right place at the right time. You are absolutely right.
Collins had a mid-range shot. He off the mark. Rebound with the Cougars as Phillips will get it again as Collins slips again. He needs to wipe them shoes off.
Boy, can anyone stop Demetrius Phillips?
Well,
he is just owning the game tonight, Ryan.
23 in white is back, and I think the Cougars are definitely excited that he's back in the lineup. 10 out of 17 to start early in this quarter. He's only halfway to his average already here. Khalil Boyd all the way to the rim. Floater was good. Good looking shot there. Good possession for the Dragons as they try and climb right back into here. As Tatum Bethany gives it to Zeke Brown. Zeke Brown must have been out of bounds as ball will go back to the Dragons.
Yeah, I love that give and go opportunity there. It's a nice way to break that press. Just you know, I hate to use a baseball colloquialism here, but just a bit outside.
Well, baseball's my forte.
I know it is. I know exactly
what you're referencing there. Is number 2, Demetrius Griffin will have the ball, gives it over to 0-0 David Leonard as Collins will go all the way down the rim and scores. A battle between Phillips and Collins so far here is Phillips has 10 and Collins has 8 on rival sides as both kids are averaging over 20 a game as ball was turned over. Griffin will go all the way uncontested and score. Good momentum stretch here for the Dragons as Coach Corey Down will call a timeout here.
You know, I don't think, Ryan, we want to get in a helter-skelter, go ball game with these guys. I tell you what, they just seem to have some kids that can move up and down the court a lot better than we were, at least for that last minute of that ball game. Looks like more of our stretch is kind of getting the ball down low into the paint, making some drives to the bucket, and relying on some of our shooters in the three-point range. So definitely a tough stretch there for the Cougars after building a good 10-point lead there early in this first quarter.
You're correct there, partner. Is the Cougars definitely, their offense is slowing down, trying to get it inside to Phillips, their leading scorer, or kick it out to the shooters they have all around the perimeter. And it looks like St. Mary's, they want to get out and go. And Cougars definitely don't want to play that game, so they need to cut down the transition layups as much as they can to continue the lead here in this ball game. As two new faces will check in for your Cougars, number 32 in white, Ryan Ritter, and number 3, senior guard C.J. Holloway Jr. will check in as Cougars up 17-12 here. Charlie Mesa at the top of the key gives it over to C.J. Holloway. Holloway dribbles it out. Half court will call a play, run a play here. Gives it over to Charlie Mesa. They're still trying to get the offense rolling here. Minute left to go in this opening quarter.
Look a little like we're discombobulated right now. Don't really know what we want to do with the ball.
Coach Dowden over here in his second year with the Cougars trying to call a play as we're kind of just playing catch at the half-court line. Brady Kiner finally goes in. Ooh. Scoop layup almost goes. Demetrius Phillips offensive board. And number 10 there in gray, good play. Marquin Haynes stripped the ball from Demetrius. Leonard with an offensive rebound, and Brady Kiner commits the foul here. Leonard will go to the line for 2.
Got to wonder here, both these teams coming off a loss here recently. Earlier this week, St. Mary's lost to Cardinal Ritter 85-61. Likewise, the Cougars last night lost to Springfield Lamphere out at Lindenwood Belleville 62-46. So Cougars actually lost the last 4 in a row. Their last win here was on January 7th at home here against Lutheran North 74-71. And even then, that game, I believe we had a 20-point lead in that game and kind of had to hold on near the end.
That's correct there. Partner is St. Mary's last loss came to Cardinal Ritter, and the Cougar boys will face them later in the week as they've had a tough stretch of basketball so far here in the past couple weeks. As C.J. Holloway will be in the backcourt as he'll finally get out against the press. He tries to make a move, turns it over. That's Leonard. With Collins will go down the lane, kicks it. Haynes over to Leonard. Leonard out to Griffin. Griffin for 3, no good. Ryan Ritter defensive rebound there is Mesa will get the ball, gives it to Phillips. Phillips for 3, good. Demetrius Phillips, what a quarter, ladies and gentlemen.
My goodness, I tell you what, Cougars needed that one there after kind of going scoreless for the last 2 minutes.
I got to tell you, we better show a replay on that shot. That was a heck of a shot there. As the crowd was telling him to shoot, he got the ball, he turned around and made it a 13-point quarter for 23 in white. What a quarter for Demetrius Phillips.
It has.
20-14 in favor of your Cougars. As you want to tell them about a shout-out they're allowed to do in the booth?
Absolutely, that's a great idea, Ryan. So, again, if you have a shout-out here and it's somebody's birthday and or you just want to give a shout-out to your favorite Cougar or your favorite Dragon out here on the court tonight, our number up here in the booth, give us a text, 314-497-3014. Once again, you will note that number. That number is also in the right-hand corner, bottom corner of your screen, 314-497-3014. Please give us a moment and give us a shout out. And boy, Ryan, we were talking earlier here about this schedule for both these teams. The Cougars now currently stand at 8 wins and 13 losses. Likewise, according to STL today, the St. Mary's Dragons also have a losing record at 5-8. So 5-8 for the Dragons and 8-13. So you've had quite a few more games that have been played by the Cougars here at this point in the season. So either STL today does not have all of the games that St. Mary's has played, or they've only played 13 games.
Well, I got to tell you, the Cougar boys aren't slowing down either. They had a game last night. They got a game tonight. They got a game tomorrow night, and they also got a game on Friday. So they're not slowing down anytime soon here as the second quarter will open up as C.J. Holloway kicks it to the top of the – Brady Connor again for 3, continues to shoot the ball well. The 3 ball is the reason the Cougars are up by 9 so far.
Yeah, I want to say they've hit, 4 3-pointers tonight so far, Ryan?
At least, that's correct. Yep, Brady Connor were 2. Phillips at the end of that quarter And they tried to get into Collins, but Haynes was standing right there. I don't think that pass was intended for him, but nonetheless, he turned around and made the shot as they chip it down to 7 as they try to get it back into Demetrius as ball was a little offline. As the Dragons will get the ball back. That's Griffith going over to Haynes. Haynes will pull up right in Brady Connor as Ryan Riddle pulling the rebound. Good rebound there by Ryan Ritter.
It wasn't nice. I think he was fouled there by Leonard, too, not called. So
Brady Connor from the corner, no good. Charlie Mesa, good offensive rebound. He was definitely fouled, no call. That was number 3, Khalil Boyd with the rebound. He's going to go all the way. Kick it to Collins. We'll see the first three-pointer from Collins, no good.
Another foul. Not called. They're letting them play tonight, aren't they?
They really are there, partner. They're really letting them play. Number 3, C.J. Holloway, the senior, kicks it. Ball was tipped out of bounds. Whole coaching staff there for the Dragons standing up, encouraging that play there by Griffith. That they want to get the defense rolling to create more offensive opportunity. Coaches know they want to get out and transition to get some points here. Ryan Ritter throwing in the ball, gives it to C.J. Holloway. As number 3 in white is definitely a senior that needs to step up for these Cougars if they want to start winning some tough games down here the stretch. As I say that right on cue, good pass into Demetrius Phillips. He's got 15 points early here.
Say, when's the last time we went inside to Michi? It's been about 2 minutes outside of that three-point shot. He needs the ball more underneath, Ryan.
Well, I got to tell you, he's got 15 out of 25 so far, and it's only a 9-point game. So if the Cougars want to hold on and win a pretty good game here, Demetrius might need to have like 40.
Right. Well, and I'll tell you, number 2 there for the Dragons, Demetrius Griffin, went up, and he was hammered, not called.
They are definitely letting them play, as we've said that multiple times, as we might probably say that multiple times if the whistle doesn't start to get blown. Second three-pointer by Collins, no good, as he's struggled a little bit so far, and that's big for the Cougars. Second in STL area, averaging 25, only held in check so far, as I don't want to jinx them, but Griffith there for 3, good. Demetrius Griffith there, three-point basket, cuts this lead down to 6. Good basketball game so far here, folks. Cougars 25, Dragons 19. Swarming defense from the Dragons. Walker kicks it to Holloway. Holloway at the top of the key. He'll drive in, go up, and no good. Gets his own rebound, gives it to Phillips. Phillips was...
Are we going to call a jump ball or a foul here? What are we going to get? Yep. I think we had one official who was going to call a jump and one who was going to call a foul there. And, boy, I tell you what, thank goodness for the Dragons, that was called a jump ball and not a foul, Ryan.
I got to say, partner, from our angle, an entire 2 hands was across Demetrius, both of Demetrius Phillips' arm, trying to go up for the layup there.
His wrists were being held,
Didn't see much
right?
of the ball, but nonetheless, the 3 officials in the white and black stripes get to make the call nonetheless. That is number 4 there going up, gets blocked by Connors. Ryan Riddle will go all the way down, gives it to Dwayne Walker, and scores. The junior duo convert on a 2-on-1 breakaway there. That's a hockey term, actually, there,
right?
partner, as we're throwing in
say,
multiple other sports, as Collins will go all the way to the rack. No good, rolling off.
Boy, hasn't had a lot of the buckets so far tonight, but Ryan Ritter is really being all over the court tonight. I tell you what, he's another one who wants that claw award tonight, doesn't he?
I tell you what, partner, you don't got to score to get the claw award.
Absolutely not.
It's not about points.
Yeah.
It's not about points. All about grit, determination, hustle, what you do on the floor. Being a good teammate. It all factors in. It really does. And Ryan Ritter's had a very good start to this basketball game. 27-19 in favor of your Cougars. As they get the ball right back, Dwayne Walker will go all the way down the floor, gives it to Tatum Bethany. Tatum back out to Brady Connor. Brady Connor will go in, kick it back out to Ryan Ritter. Ritter down to Walker. Walker will give it out to Brady. Brady back to Walker as Walker goes up for 3, gets blocked. As the Dragons get the ball right back. Collins goes in, tries to give it inside. That was tipped out of bounds. As, the Dragons will maintain possession. Varsity head coach Brian Turner will call a full timeout, which gives us an opportunity to go over more sponsors.
Let's hear from our bronze sponsors here tonight. AMP Restoration, AMP Restoration, Anjon Manufacturing, the Kyle Hannigan Real Estate Group, Ben-Hur Construction, SCS Telecom Supply, Brannicky Hardware, Pallardy Electric, Midas Hospitality, ProCare Health, Impression Apparel, and Claims Adjusters. Thank you very much for your support for our bronze sponsors here tonight. Also, a shout out here from Grace Coleman. She says, loves the announcing. Thank you very much. For those of you that know Grace Coleman, she also happens to be my daughter. So she's
something like that.
She's a bit of a homer, you know. What's she going to say? You know?
Something like that, partner. Well, I appreciate you, Miss Grace, as your father and I do it pretty well.
We're
up
having
here,
a good time.
I can say.
Amen. Also, too, folks, we do know that the camera is not showing on the Cougars basket. If we had any way of fixing that, we absolutely would. We have given that information over to our athletic director, Mr. Melvin Bethany, and that will be in Melvin's court to fix that. So the camera not showing on the Cougars basket is something that he is working on, and hopefully that is fixed. I think we had that fixed here last broadcast, so I don't understand why it is not fixed at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought that was an issue we had early in the year, but I thought that was handled by no. I guess not. We apologize for that, but we'll do our best to talk about it on the broadcast. Is number 11 there will go up. Quintrell Leonard will go up for 3. No good as Collins pulls in the rebound. Is Collins averaging 25.5 a game, second in all of St. Louis area. He's been held in check so far. Demetrius Phillips is out-dueling him so far here in this first half. Collins is only a sophomore, so he's young there, partner. He's still young, averaging 25.5 a game. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
Boy, what a nice play there by number 11, Quintel Leonard. Made a nice play, one-handed, Ryan.
Yeah, you're right there. It was he was being held with his other hand, and you only need one hand to put it in, apparently, there, partner, as he went up with one hand midair, tipped it right in the bucket. Is he going to go to the line, try and complete a three-point play here? And he does. Leonard, pretty big three-point play there as Dragons cut this lead down to 5 as Cougars.
Whoa.
As you can't let that one go, partner.
I was going to say, that's one there that the official just jumped on here. I think Tatum had a little frustration there because he literally got run over. So the foul was called there.
Well, we've been talking about a lot of sports lately, and that was more of a football play than it was a basketball play. We'll stay on the sport of basketball.
Oh, and there's another foul. I don't understand.
I don't see what I'm not seeing right now.
Are you kidding me?
Are we not seeing? Are they not seeing what we're seeing right now?
Boy, oh boy, this is incredibly physical. Basketball is inherently physical, but this is incredibly.
They are
physical.
definitely letting them go, and if this continues, it could get chippy later in the game. I got to tell you that.
Yeah, or someone's gonna get hurt.
Demetrius Phillips, offensive rebound, no good. Tatum Bethany, offensive rebound, no good. Another rebound, Demetrius Phillips, no good.
Boy, man, I think Coach Dowden is screaming, you got to call that, and I would agree. Either calling it over the back on somebody and or a foul. That's incredible. No foul was called there.
Well, Collins in transition. That's exactly what the coaching staff did. Is they did call a foul there on number 11 there, Quintrell Leonard. Well, I got to tell you, Coach Turner there is really emphasizing the defense, and I think their fast play defense is really it's been helping them so far. Got them back into the game really because they're not calling fouls.
Yeah, and they're not calling fouls the other way. Both these teams are literally hacking, and the fouls are not getting called. So it's not just the Dragons or the Cougars.
Which we had a scary injury in the JV game. That oh my Lord.
You know what, Ryan? If you're going to foul, don't let him get the ball up to the basket. So that's a good foul right there. A good hard foul. Put him to the line. Make him earn it the old-fashioned way with 2 shots.
Well, I got to tell you, partner. Number 5 there, Dwayne Forlin, will pick up his second, but they could have called that on 3 Dragons. He was slapped 3 times. As Phillips will go to the line for 2 shots, hitting the back iron on the first one. Been a physical game here so far between the Dragons and your home Lutheran High School St. Charles Cougars in the white jersey. As referee will talk it over with Phillips before we go over what this second free throw on this free throw trip.
Phillips going to make this one. He's a 70% free throw shooter. He's going to hit 1 of 2. I'm guaranteeing it. Call it. Boom. Ooh, he scared me there. He scared me.
Look at you there, partner, calling the free throws. Yeah, he's been really good from the line, and I think that's why he's been so good points per game this year. Is that the free throw line can definitely help the points per game out a lot. Here is number 3 there, Khalil Boyd. After the ball was tipped around a little bit, Khalil got the ball right under the rim and scored it. As Cougars are only up by 2 now, 28-26 here. They need to get the ball back in the rim, and they got their 9-point lead off three-pointers, so they definitely need to try and get that ball going. Timeout, Cougars.
Well, I think Coach Dowden called that just in the nick of time. Cougars were about to pick up a 10-second call.
Well, with all these timeouts, we get to go over more sponsors. Blue Level, what do you say?
I'll tell you what, I'd love to read these sponsors. We appreciate these names and these businesses. Our Blue Level sponsors, Mascots Bar and Grill, Shamrock's Restaurant, and Vince and Kristen Bonham, and also our Gray Level sponsors, Butch and Gina Powley, John and Kelly Brickner, Jason and Julie Shaw, Wes and Kelly Colbert, Glenn and Laura Mankin, Doug and Sarah Kuhlman, Jason and Carla Oranger, Matt and Amy Murphy, Mike and Tina Mueller, Matt and Kelly Sinovich. You know, we've had some of those sponsors we read earlier there. You know, last Friday, New American Funding was our sponsor for the basketball games against Duchesne, so we appreciate them coming out and being able to share a little bit more about our upcoming trivia night here at Lutheran High on February 24th. And we'll talk sooner or later here about A&W and what they did for us, and also about CarShield momentarily.
Yeah, that trivia night's going to be a fun night. I told you last week on the broadcast that I'm coming to win. I am coming to win. Me and my family, the Patel family, will be there, and I am coming to win, partner.
Well, and with that bucket, that just tied it up, did it not? It did.
We have a very good basketball game here as Collins gets back on the score sheet. He's been cold a little bit, but gets a steal. Going in transition again. That's Collins, left-handed layup. That was pretty there. Boy. 14 points there from Collins, and takes the lead for the Dragons here. Ryan Ritter, baseline, gives it to Brady Connor in the corner. That ball must have been tipped out of bounds.
Whoa, I'm saying it wasn't. How was that? No. He's saying that ball was not tipped and Brady Connor shot that ball behind the backboard? That's interesting.
I got to be honest. I've seen Brady Connor shoot a corner shot.
Yeah, that's
my entire time of being here.
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that, and I guarantee you it almost did not just happen right there.
That was a tough one.
Collins has the ball tipped out of bounds there by Phillips. Looks like the referee saw that tip go out of bounds.
Yep, that one they saw.
It's been an interesting officiated night so far, as we don't want to harp on him too much, but nonetheless, 30-28 in favor of the away team Dragons.
It is hard to be an official.
We're
gonna get somebody who's about to get tossed out of the game here. I think we got some fans who are not doing a good job.
Somebody's yelling in the crowd, and it needs to be taken care of. As they need to get their players to their bench. They pointed out somebody.
Like Mr. Bethany is going to walk on over there, and someone is probably going to either have a talking to and or be escorted out of the gym. So you have both Mr. Bethany and Coach Brian Turner over there. Brian, you know, was the assistant athletic director at St. Mary's, a great one, and has been doing a lot of good things over there. So I think he's probably going over there to kind of help get this issue resolved. And it looks like we had some St. Mary's fans sitting amongst the Lutheran High fans, and that's probably not a good thing.
Well, they're moving over to their own side now, I guess. It doesn't look like they will be escorted out. But,
yep.
Well, I got to tell you, 30-28 Dragons. It's been an interesting one so far.
It has. I mean, so you figure the Cougars there, the end of the first quarter, were winning that game. I believe it was 20-13, and now all of a sudden, Cougars have only scored 8 points in this quarter, whereas the Dragons have picked up 17. So definitely a tale of two quarters here so far.
Well, got to tell you, speaking from experience, when it gets chippy and referees let them play, it's going to be hostile, and that's what we have right now. Is a hostile environment. When we praise about Lutheran High, but tonight it's a hostile environment. We have two rival teams coming in, as that ball was tipped out of bounds.
I was going to say that's the exact same play that happened down the other end, but you know Collins did not shoot that behind the backboard.
Bunch of yelling going on between the coaches and parents as Collins goes up. Missed the layup. 45 seconds to go in this first half. It's been a good one here. Cougars need to get back on the score sheet, though. Give it to Tyler Stepney. Blocked. Griffith will come down the lane. All the way to the rim. Goes up. No good. Rebound. Collins. Not contested. Scores.
Well, you know, Ryan, the Cougars started this game kind of wanting the ball more, and now the last 8 minutes have all been for the Dragons here. They want it more right now.
As forcing the Cougars to turn over the ball as Phillips will get fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. As, again, like we said earlier, Phillips is going to be our guy tonight. He's going to have to score. That's the Cougars' game plan, to get the ball into him and to continue to score the basketball down low, and that's what they've gone away from in the second quarter, and that's forced them to go down by 4. I apologize.
Absolutely.
Phillips makes the first. Like you said, 70% free throw shooter. Are you guaranteeing this one go in? That would make him about 75%.
That would make him 75%. So, you know, I'm going to guarantee it again. I feel good about it.
Well, you're 1 for 1. Let's see here.
He's going to hit it. No doubt. Not even a question.
Look at you, partner.
Boom.
Some good luck as big free throws there to get the Cougars only down by 2. 10 seconds left. Collins will have the ball. Will he take the final shot? He'll pass it off. Boyd will have it. 4 seconds to go. Holloway tips it. Griffith, three-pointer, no good. That's the end of the first half. Very good first half. Hostile environment here, folks. We have our Sapphires performing here at halftime. These girls have won state multiple times. They're going to nationals later next month. So watch these girls at halftime. 30 Cougars trailing Dragons, 32. Don't go away. We will be right back. About 10 minutes. Get your popcorn ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Lutheran High School Sapphires. Ladies, your music is on.
Stand to the right, to the right. One, two, three.
This is how it should be done.
One, two, three.
Funky beat.
Well, we're back here, folks. 32-30 in favor of the opponent here tonight. The Southside Catholic Dragons from St. Mary's, St. Louis. As this is game 3 in this 3-game series between the Cougars and the Dragons. As the freshman Dragons won the first game over the Cougars, and the JV Cougars came right back and won the second one. As this second half here is going to determine the winner of this series, as Collins scores right off the first possession here for the Dragons to go up by 4. Cougars really had the entire first half comfortably, and then the Dragons controlled the second quarter. And now it's really been the tale of 2 quarters here so far for both teams, as Charlie Mesa will get a bucket here from Dwayne Walker. Good pass. But what do you think of the first half there, partner?
Well, I think you nailed it on the head there when we were talking earlier about Demetrius Phillips, is getting him the ball down low. He had 15 points in that first quarter. Cougars need to get him the ball inside, let him go to work. Yeah,
he's sitting on 18 right now. Is Coach Dowden looking for some sort of call as number 5 there, or number 3, I apologize, Khalil Boyd hits a 3 to go up by 5 as the Dragons extend their lead, as it might be the biggest lead they've had so far tonight. They haven't really opened it up too much, as Ryan Ritter will check into the ball game early in this second half here, as Brady Connor will check out, as the junior guard Ryan Ritter can shoot it a little bit, see if we can get him outside to knock down a 3, get this Cougars. Tatum's open. He didn't want the 3-pointer. Charlie's now open. One dribble, pull up, mid-range, good. Charlie Mesa, sweet-looking stroke there.
Yeah, nice job there by Charlie to collect that loose ball and dribble into the elbow and pop it. He's got all 4 of the Cougars' points this half.
34-37 in favor of the Dragons. Number 3 there, Khalil Boyd. He was feeling it. He just hit one. He hits another one. That one could have been on more of the lucky side.
Did he call that one?
He was. They're wearing green, so you never know if the luck is just with them,
right?
Dr. Coleman, or Dwayne Walker stepped out of bounds before throwing it off of the Dragon player. There is the Dragons will get the ball right back up by 6. Going to try and extend this lead here. As Cougars had a very good first half. The second half has really been what's killed them so far this season so far.
Season for sure, well stated. I think that one with Khalil Boyd there, I've seen him play a little football and basketball here, and he is a phenomenal athlete. I'm going to go with, there's luck, but that's just a good move, and another good move to the bucket. So we're going to give him, hey, that is all skill on those last 5 points for Khalil Boyd.
Fair enough there, partner, fair enough. Khalil Boyd, 8 points in his second half.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why the Dragons have taken an 8-point lead here in this second half, 42-34, as Cougars need to get back, string together some points here. Is Dwayne Walker will kick it out to Ryan Ritter. Ryan Ritter will get bumped a little bit, kicks it to Dwayne. Dwayne tries to skip it over to Bethany. Bethany gets it back. Phillips really wants that ball inside, partner.
Yeah, he does. Boy, nice take there from Tatum.
He got the offensive board, got blocked. The Dragons are going to go the other way, try and get a bucket and extend this lead by 10. As there's Boyd again. That's 10 points in this second half. Coach Down wants a timeout.
Yeah, I tell you what, if he wants that claw right now, I don't know. Gives us an opportunity to hear from some more of our sponsors. Ricky and Lynn Bertel, Mike and Kelly Van Pammel, Jeff and Amber Kessler, Tim and Heather Mesa, Greg and Nicole Wood, Matt and Sarah Savilli, Art and Nyla Sanderson, Keith and Amy Zumbell, Doug and Julia Ayers, Brian and Cindy Sitarski, Sean and Jennifer Nevins, Ken and Tony Bennett. Ryan, we were talking earlier here next week about, we talked about Car Shield, one of our silver sponsors, and coming up next week, Car Shield is going to be sponsoring a dress down week for our students here, with each day being a different theme and giving those kids an opportunity, our students here and our staff, because I'm not going to lie, I have my stuff kind of getting ready here. Jersey Day on Friday is going to be a fun one. So,
you better not wear a Seahawks jersey, that's for sure.
Is that not allowed?
No. Well, your Seahawks lost in the playoffs. They couldn't get past Christian McCaffrey and company. It's a tough team to beat, though.
The Seahawks had no business being in the playoffs. They kind of backed their way in there when somehow the Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers. But coming up there, Dress Down Week, sponsored by Car Shield. Ricky and Lynn Bertel, owners of Car Shield. Monday will be Favorite Jersey Day. Tuesday will be PJ Day. Wednesday, Car Shield and LHS Color Day. Thursday is Hawaiian and Beach Day. And Friday, St. Louis Cardinals or Blues Day.
STL, baby. Yeah. St. Louis Cardinals,
That's
St.
awesome.
Louis Blues. Gotta love it.
That'll be a lot of fun for everybody.
I'm a big sports guy. I could tell you anything about those two teams, actually, as Blues are struggling without two of their big guys, but we need to get back to basketball, actually, as the Dragons will go in. Collins inches away from dunking that basketball. He had nobody on him. They extend that lead to 12 as Collins has 20 points. He's only 5 away from that average.
I just don't understand what's happening to the Cougars here. They've been kind of really struggling here recently, the last about quarter and a half here now. Coming up on midway through this third quarter, Ryan.
Yeah, I agree. It was such a great start. They got the ball into Michi. When I say Michi, I mean Demetrius Phillips. As they get it right into him there.
But look what happens.
And get him the basketball.
Get him the ball. Let him go to work.
He's got 20 out of the 36. He's already on his average. And there's a lot of basketball to play. Boyd, wow.
Goodness.
Khalil Boyd is feeling it, ladies and gentlemen.
He has, 13 in this quarter alone?
He's got 17 for the game. So, I mean, that's the tale of it right now, folks, as Dragons are up by 13. As Charlie Mesa will go to the rim, kick it out to Ryan Ritter. They need it there. No good. Dragons will come back. That is number 4. Gives for Howard. That was a new name there. I didn't recognize him. I had to look down at the roster.
Sure.
There is Griffith. Griffin will come in there for number 11, Quintrell Leonard.
I love the hustle right there from Tatum Bethany. He made that play there. Ball goes back over to the Cougars, so good job by Tatum.
Yep, it's no matter what the score is, final score, we have to pick a winner of the Claw Award. It's all about grit, determination, and hustling. As Tyler Stepney for the JV Cougars won that award as he was all over the place. As in the JV game, as he won the JV award tonight, and somebody's got to win the varsity award. As Tatum tried to get into Demetrius, and the ball was turned over, but Collins missed the layup. Dwayne Walker one-on-one to the rim, got stripped there by Khalil Boyd. Khalil Boyd's had a second half here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
he's
he
got
really has.
13 points, and he's a couple blocked shots here. So. Khalil Boyd, number 3 in grays. The reason one of the main reasons the Dragons are up by so big right now is Cougars turn it over once again. Number 24 there, Marvin Neals slows it down. As that's Boyd at the top of the key. He's open. He could hit a heat check there. A little too far out. As Griffin will slow it down. He'll stand right on the Cougar head and survey the defense and try and get an offensive set going. Griffin. As he'll turn the ball over to Walker. Walker will get the ball. He'll try to skip it up to Ritter. Ritter will get fouled there. Ryan Ritter will get fouled as number 24, Marvin Neals.
I think they're going to call over the back underneath.
Okay,
not on that shot, but
yep.
yeah.
You're right. I apologize. Ryan Ritter was not fouled shooting the basketball. It was Charlie Mesa that was fouled going for the rebound by Neals. Inbounds pass goes to Walker. Walker goes all the way to the rim and scores. Dwayne Walker, that's a big bucket there for the Cougars. They need to now force some turnovers here from the Dragons. They're down 11. A lot of basketball to play here, partner.
Oh, yeah. 11 points can go by in a blink of an eye.
It's exactly what Coach Turner wants to talk about is 11 points. He knows that he needs to get his team back refocused and continue to do what they've done so far in the second half.
More of our family sponsors here. Mike and Lori Albert, Tom and Nancy Spar, Chris and Jill Gerstner, Mike and Kathy Versman, Dr. Dick and Marcia Craven, Karen Milster, Rod and Charlene Salyers, Dave and Kathy Chapin, David and Michelle Reed, Scott and Holly Rodman, Dustin and Lacey Flassig, Alan and Kelly Connor, Rich and Barb Keel, Jared and Lisa Connor, Dr. Craven and Tammy Ernstmeyer, Andy and Lynette Caleros, Glenn and Kim Graskowiak, Matt and Tiffany Feldhake, Mike and Katrina Kearns, Mac and Sandy Talent, Nick and Rachel Wiegand, Mike and Melissa Ruse, and Randy and Heather Rochek. Thank you very much for your ongoing and continued support of Lutheran High School. And boy, Ryan, here, Cougars are now trailing this game by 11. So if you think back to the end of that first quarter, Cougars were up after Michi hit that three-pointer, 20 to 13?
Something like that, partner, something like that, that's for sure.
been quite a difference the last 2.5 quarters.
That is Demetrius Griffin with the ball standing on the Cougar head, getting this Dragon offense going. That's your leading scorer. Tied leading scorer, I apologize. Collins and Phillips are tied right now in between points, but as Griffith be guarded very closely by Dwayne Walker. Boyd puts one up, and he finally misses there, partner.
That's his first miss of the quarter, isn't
Golly.
it?
Dwayne Walker, open. He barrels right back into Collins. Collins draws an offensive foul. His feet were moving a little bit, but nonetheless, referee will call a offensive foul on Walker.
Yeah, I think that call could have gone either way there, but Collins did do a nice job. His feet might have been moving a little bit, but Dwayne did come in kind of there real full speed, so he's going to get the benefit of the doubt there. And I think I can agree with that call.
2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Up by 11 is number 10 there. Will hit a three-pointer. Marquand Haynes, I apologize, as he hits a three-pointer and will extend this lead to 14. Tatum Bethany has the basketball, gives it to the point guard, Charlie Mesa. He was slapped in the wrist right in front of the referee. No call.
Yeah.
As entire coaching staff loving the defense as Tatum was just hit again. Kicks it out to Ryan Ritter, open for three and good. Ryan Ritter.
Nice bucket. So the Cougars are sticking around, down about 5 possessions here, however you want to look at it. Need either some misses from these Dragons, who don't seem to be missing much tonight, at least in this second and third quarter.
Well, they need some missing from the guy who's got the basketball right now,
right?
Your partner. He's
Boy, you are right.
Demetrius is right with him. Hits back iron, but great hustle by Boyd. He gets his own rebound and scores. That probably should have been an and one too.
Yeah, he was fouled there, and Cougars got away with one.
Khalil Boyd, what a second half so far, as he now has 19 points. He's had at least 15, 16 of those here in this second half, and big reason why these Dragons are up by 13. Demetrius Phillips has the basketball. He'll go up. No good on the floater. That ball was sailed in the air. That was a football, baseball, whatever you want to call that analogy there. That was just not a good pass there. Dwayne Walker will go up, then score. Tough move. Tough, strong finish there from 10 and White.
That was a nice bucket there from Dwayne Walker. Good take to the rim.
Well, they keep flirting with the number 11. It keeps going back and forth from 11 to 13 here as both teams are trading buckets back and forth as the Cougars need a stop here. Looks like Coach Turner wants the last shot here as Collins, 21 in gray, will stand right on that Cougar head and look to get a last shot here of this quarter. 20 seconds to go here in this third quarter. That's Boyd. The king of the third quarter here. He's got the basketball.
Absolutely.
10 seconds left. Why wouldn't you give it to him? Gives it over to Griffith. Griffith hits it in the corner.
Whoa.
Demetrius Griffith. What a quarter from the Dragons.
Well, anything can happen here, but when you're up 14 and you play with the defensive pressure that these Dragons do have, it's going to make a comeback here for the Cougars. An uphill battle, let's just say. Some more of our family sponsors. Dale and Lorraine Raum, Shane and Terry Shadrack, Ernie and Susan Pither, Jeremy and Sherry Schneider, Keith and Shireen Yoon, Brad and Amanda Phillips, Matt and Lisa Kuzman, Tom and Jen Cuneo, Greg and Lori Lorenz, Crystal and Stephen Mullen, David and Shannon Brenner, Andrea and John Palmer, Susan and Ken Trimble, Nicole and Sean Costello, Kevin and Samantha Guile, Jennifer and Floyd Bell, Scott and Angela Hester, Brian and Amy Fuhrer, Andy and Ellen Barnett, Brady and Megan Cowden, Scott and Christy Cooper, and Carl and Lisa Bulla. Boy, another shout out here to our Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett. Once again, folks, he is not an employee of Lutheran High, but I feel like he spends more time here than I do. So we appreciate him being here and supporting us and allowing us to bring you these games, because without him and his expertise on the computer, Ryan and I would just be up here talking to each other during this game. So we appreciate him. Also appreciate Ryan for being here, kind of took the reins of being one of our leading play-by-play men here for the basketball season. Always been looking for more and more students, so we appreciate getting some of our students involved, and you never know, we might be hearing Ryan sooner or later on the NBA by TNT here in several years. So
Well, I
thank you,
can't
Ryan.
take Shaq's job, that's for sure. But
He's good.
as soon as he retires, I can
You're in.
maybe try and take over Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq as Dwayne Walker goes up for a three-pointer, no good. As the Dragons are trying to pull away here in this game here. As ball is tipped out of bounds, as the Dragons will maintain possession.
Well, Cougars now trail this by 14, so they're either going to need to get 5 or 6 stops in a row and over the course of this quarter, and also convert on the other end if they want to get back in this game.
You got Collins with the basketball. He's got 20 tonight. He needs a couple more to get the average and continue to be that second leading scorer in this St. Louis area. Is Boyd, the king of the third quarter, dribbles the ball on that Cougar head that gives it over to Griffith. He will stand right back on our Cougar head right in the middle of the floor as Boyd has the basketball, gives it over to number 5, Forland. Gives it to Griffith. Griffith, they're trying to waste some clock here, aren't they, partner?
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of it here. Cougars just don't have an answer here defensively. Good hands there by Dwayne Walker to knock that ball out of bounds.
C.J. Holloway, the senior, will check in for the junior. Tatum Bethany will check out of the ball game as 7 minutes to go here. Again, the Dragons are up by 14. Turnaround jumper, good. Number 10, Marquin Hayes, puts the Dragons up by 16. Turnover, Collins.
Well, there's a
turnover there. A little turnover stretch. Both teams turn the ball over. The Cougars will get the ball back.
I kind of missed what happened there. It looked like Collins was going to go in for a bucket here. It looks like he was trying to throw a pass over into the corner to one of the other Dragons to maybe shoot a 3-ball.
He got bumped a couple times, and the ref standing right there didn't really care to call a foul. I got to tell you, we're in the fourth quarter. There's only been 2 fouls. There's only been 3 total fouls called. I can't tell you I agree. Right on cue. Demetrius Phillips scores.
Boy, that was a nice take, and you'll see it on your screen here on that replay. He just did a nice job putting his head down and going to the bucket and challenging 2 St. Mary's Dragons to see if he can complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Well, I got to tell you, he's going to go up and try and make as many points as he's got on his back of his jersey, and he will not. He's got 22 tonight, but that's been the main focus. He's been all the Cougars have had tonight, really. Cougars down by 14. Griffith will go to the rim. Back iron, Ryan Ritter with a rebound. Phillips gets the ball, tries to push it in transition. Walker, strong move to the bucket. He was definitely fouled, and they did call it.
Yeah, that was an incidental contact there. I think Boyd's going to pick up that foul. Looks like, yes, he was going in. Boyd just couldn't quite get out of that way.
Walker will go up for 2. Dwayne Walker, number 10 in white.
Came down a little awkward on that ankle when he went up there strong. Glad to see he's okay.
He did have a little bit of ankle issues last week. He missed some time with the in the games they had last week. A bunch of games they had and a bunch of games this week. So trying to keep these boys healthy as Dwayne goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And Dragons will push it down the floor. That's Collins, goes against Demetrius Phillips. Phillips blocks him. 2 leading scorers go against each other there, and Phillips wins that battle as Holloway will be open for 3 at the top of the corner and in and out. Rebound Dragons, push it up ahead. Forland scores.
There's a 5-point swing there. I thought that one was halfway down from Holloway here. So a 10-point game now again becomes a 15-point game.
Another almost turnover as ball was tipped out of bounds as the Cougars are definitely starting to get frustrated with each other here. It's not fun to be on a losing stretch, but you got to fight. You got to fight every way you can, and Cougars definitely need to see some fight here from the Cougars, down by 15 late in this fourth quarter.
Well, and their schedule's not doing them any favors either. This is just a tough stretch of games. The last 2 weeks here, Ryan.
Ryan Ritter, 3-point bucket. He's had a pretty good night. Second 3-pointer of the night as they give it in to Forland. Forland goes up with it and scores. A little bit of a shuffle of the feet there, but again, I got to tell you, there hasn't been much called, no matter what. It's been fouls, travels, turnovers. The whistle has not blown much tonight, and sometimes that's okay.
Now, he got bumped a little bit there, so that's probably why that was not called, that travel.
St. Mary's Dragons up by 14 as they force another turnover, as Cougars turned it over a little too much over here in the second half, and that's the reason the Dragons are up by this much. Is Dragons will have the ball in the baseline as Collins will check in for number 10, Marquin Hayes. Collins has 20 tonight. Demetrius Phillips has 22, so we were talking about earlier the two leading scorers for these teams. Michi's got them right now, your partner, but can definitely switch. 4.5 to go here left as Boyd will go down the lane and score. Boyd will get the 21, their leading scorer there for the Dragons, as Boyd and Collins have been the duo there for the Dragons tonight here. CJ Holloway kicks it out to Ryan Ritter. Ryan Ritter will drive in, kick it back out to CJ. CJ will go in the rim. All the way to the rim, no good. Demetrius Phillips rebound, no good either. And that ball will go with the Dragons.
Yeah, boy, as he went up with that one on that offensive rebound, I think he was fouled, but not called again. Really letting him play physical. And, you know, I don't mind the physical play. They're letting him play hard offense and defense, both these teams. It's much more fun to watch than some game that's get 47 fouls called for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. They're letting them play and definitely letting the ball move, because if they called every single foul that we probably wouldn't be able to play much basketball tonight. It'd just be a referee show tonight, as Demetrius Phillips is sitting on the ground, as he had some knee problems last week, and that's what he looks like he's holding on to right now, as the athletic staff will go out there and tend to him, as we already had a knee injury earlier in the JV game. We hope that Demetrius can get up on 2 feet and walk off by himself.
Yeah, you know, he went up, made a nice take to the bucket there, went up with his left hand, kind of came down a little awkward on the knee, it looked like. So, boy, you hope he's okay, because without him, Cougars just simply don't have the same inside presence, because he's just a beast inside and has done a nice job here for the Cougars, scoring 22 points, being the Cougars' leading scorer tonight. You know, coming up for these Cougars, like you referenced, Ryan, we've had a rough stretch the last few games, but kind of coming up the next few weeks here, Cougars are going to be at Union here tomorrow night. You know, the girls went to Union here back on December 19th, and tell you what, it's a nice, huge, beautiful gym there in Union, Missouri. Then they have Cardinal Ritter on Friday night at Ritter. Then they're going to be at Pattonville, and then Lift for Life, and then Edwardsville before a date with O'Fallon Christian on January 31st. You're looking at a stretch there of the next 5-6 games being incredibly tough.
Yeah, it's a tough stretch of basketball there.
Boy, oh boy. And coming off of 4 losses right now, a close loss to Helias, then a loss at Jefferson City, that 2-point loss we talked about earlier against Duchesne last Friday, and then losing by 16 last night.
Well, they played a really good Springfield, Illinois team last night. That one is understandable, but some of these games like Duchesne and Helias, those are basketball games that these boys definitely want back, as I think they know that they could have won both of those games, as had the lead in both of them and just let it go in the fourth quarter. And as just like the theme of this basketball game here, it was a very good game, 32-30 at halftime, and the Dragons have pulled away ever since.
Well, you know, speaking of those Dragons, Ryan, coming up here tomorrow night, the Dragons will be at Normandy. Then they'll be home against Metro, pardon me, before a date this Friday night with Borgia. And Borgia's having a great season. I think Borgia's 15-1. So
wow.
Expect a pretty good challenge when St. Mary's Dragons head down to Washington, Missouri to play Borgia this Friday night. AAA Conference has some good basketball, that's for sure.
Well, the Cougars need to fight it out if they don't want to let the St. Mary's Dragons go home with a 2-1 series victory here tonight, as freshman boys for St. Mary's won the first game and JV Cougars won the second, as the varsity was the deciding factor in this series here tonight, as bodies all over the floor. Fighting for loose balls, Demetrius Phillips commits the foul.
Well, I think, too, you know, it was an inadvertent kick, but nevertheless the ball did go off one of the foot of one of those Dragons players, but the officials missed that. Should have been kick ball even if it didn't mean to be kicked. And boy, this defensive pressure from the Dragons rather has not let up the entire game. Cougars did a nice job in the first quarter with it, and then from there have kind of fizzled.
That's Griffith at the top with the basketball. Cougars need to start forcing some tomers right on cue. They trap Ryan Ritter and C.J. Holloway. C.J. will get a steal, and Ryan Ritter will go down the lane. Gives it up to Dwayne Walker. Walker will go up and score. Dwayne Walker, very tough move. He's had a good night.
He has, and that's about the, I don't know, 5th or 6th time he's attacked the rim from the left side of the key. I mean, not being a left-handed athlete, that's a nice job by Dwayne going up with his non-dominant hand.
Double dribble is called. That is the first non-foul that has been called by this referee crew tonight. I got to tell you, I'm a ref myself, so I try as much as I can not to criticize, but I just think it's a funny point to point out that is the first non-foul called tonight, folks.
I did not see a double dribble there. I'm a little confused, but obviously the official did.
Well, I got to tell you, I hate to say it, but you never know tonight.
Right?
Tonight's been one of those nights. You never know. C.J. Holloway, pull-up jumper. No good. Demetrius Phillips looked like he was shot blocked a little bit by Boyd. Nonetheless, ball went out of bounds. Cougars basketball. Cougars only down by 12. 2 minutes to go. Definitely need some, I would say, threes to try and get back into this basketball game. As Phillips has the ball, kicks it out to Ritter. Ritter back into Phillips. He tried to kick it to Dwayne, and that ball was tipped.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play there by Khalil Boyd. I tell you what, if I'm giving a Cougar award, I'm giving one to Khalil Boyd, but we will be giving one to the Cougars here at the end of this game. But Khalil Boyd has played a whale of a game. He's a heck of an athlete. Yeah, just
as you said, we have to pick a Claw Award winner. So if you at home have a vote that you would like to send to the booth, please let us know. That the phone number is at the bottom of your screen, or if you want to just say something real quick before the broadcast ends tonight, the number is at the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Text us up here at the booth.
That number again, like Ryan said, on the corner of the screen, 314-497-3014.
Collins goes up and will get fouled there by Ryan Ritter as he'll go to the line, shoot 2 shots. As Collins averaging 25 and a half, like we said, all tonight. He's second in all of St. Louis area in points per game. As he's only got 20. So on the bright side tonight,
under his average.
He's now got 21.
He's got 21 now.
If he makes this one, he's got 22.
Right.
On the bright side,
you know, I remember
he stayed under his average.
He's under his average right now. I remember watching his brother, Yuri, when he was at St. Mary's there several years ago now, at like we referenced earlier, being at St. Louis University. And boy, seeing his brother here now tonight, that is a 2 heck of a good basketball players that the Collins do have.
Well, I got to tell you, it's pretty interesting what the St. Mary's Dragons do in timeout. I saw it earlier, and I didn't think anything of it. But right now, all 5 coaches are standing around in a circle before they even come talk to their team. They talked it over before they go talk to it, and they did that in the first half. And ever since that first timeout, when they went together as a coaching staff and talked it over before coming talk to their team, it's been that moment I recognized in this basketball game that it's changed the basketball game here for the Dragons.
Yeah, they definitely, I would agree with that, Ryan. Earlier, they were not doing that when the Cougars built that 10-point lead in that first quarter. And then they've made some good adjustments here, quarter adjustments and at halftime. And, Coach Brian Turner there, also the assistant athletic director over at St. Mary's Catholic High School. He does a nice job with these young men.
Minute 44 left. 66-53 in favor of the gray and green jerseys Dragons from St. Mary's St. Louis Catholic High School. It's been a fun night here. 3-game series. Dragons versus Cougars.
Well, and coming up for the Claw here, there are some more home games, but our next Claw broadcast will be on Thursday, January 26th. Our JV and varsity girls welcome Rosati Kane to Cougar Gymnasium here. JV girls will tip off at 5:45. Varsity will tip off at 7. Our next boys Claw broadcast will be Friday, January 27th, when Lutheran High welcomes Lift for Life Academy in. Freshman will tip at 4:30, JV at 5:45, and varsity at 7 o'clock. So please, again, join us next week, Thursday the 26th for girls basketball action, and Friday the 27th for some boys action.
Demetrius Phillips goes up, scores left hand. He adds to his points. That's 26 as he'll go down again as the knee must be bothering him once again. As he's definitely not 100% healthy, but heck of an effort here from 23 and White. 26 points tonight as the training staff will again go out and attend to him.
You know, a couple weeks ago, Michi put up 38 points. That actually tied the school record for Lutheran High. And
39, partner.
39. I apologize.
I don't want to prove you wrong.
39. You're right.
But 39
you're right.
points was.
You are right. 39. My age. 39. Yes. I wish.
Don't say that.
I wish. No. So 39 points, and do a little fact check there. Talking to our longtime athletic director Gordon Brado, and I checked my records for the decade plus I was athletic director as well, and 39, no one has attained that since Tim Brockman did it way back in the 1980s. And for those viewers or those listeners who do not know who Tim Brockman is, Dr. Tim Brockman is the principal at Lutheran High School North.
Look at that.
Here in St. Louis, and he's also an alum of Lutheran High St. Charles, was the last Cougar athlete to score 39. Apparently there was a time, according to our athletic director at the time, Gordon Brado, back in 1996, his son Austin Brado also had 38 points at the end of 3 quarters in the Cougar Classic basketball tournament against Silex. However, the Cougars at that time had a lead of roughly 40 points. So his father, a.k.a. our athletic director coach, Gordon Brado, would not put his son Austin back in the game to break that record. And I'm sure I'll get a text about this later from Austin Brado, who is enjoying this game with his family up in the Chicagoland area, that he had the opportunity to break that Tim Brockman record and did not. So always good to have those historical perspectives here at Lutheran High after being here many, many years. So it's fun to watch Michi so far. And we're kind of getting down to the last little bit here about who should get this Cougar Award.
Collins goes to the rim, goes up, and gives it off to number 5. That's Forland, and he scores. Sends this lead to 12 here as Cougars will try and cut down a little bit. Here is C.J. Holloway has the ball at the top of the key, gives it over to Dwayne Walker. He pulls up, no good. C.J. Holloway with the rebound. He goes up, and one. C.J. Holloway.
Nice rebound there from Holloway. He's going to put it in. Three-point play the old-fashioned way, and this will be the first time the Cougars have this lead less than 10 points here since early in that third quarter.
Well, I always go back to it when there's games like this. He hits it. We're only down by 9. There was an NBA player that scored 12 points in a matter of 10 seconds.
He did.
So what I'm saying is there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
But what I'm also saying is it's very slim.
If only we had Reggie Miller.
20 seconds to go here. The Dragons will try and clear out this clock at the end. Is number 10 there. That was Haynes has the ball. Gives it over to the king of the second half there, Khalil Boyd. He really, I would really give him the MVP here tonight, as he's one of the reasons the Dragons will take this W, 69-60. Very good basketball game. Very good night.
Well, Ryan, the last thing we have to announce, and please share with us, is who is the Cougar Award winner, the Claw Award winner tonight?
Well, we came to an ultimate decision that number 10 in white, Dwayne Walker, is our Claw Award winner tonight. He was all over the floor. Very good night. He drove to the bucket very strong, and very couple tough layups. As Demetrius Phillips also had a great night, but we came to the decision, as there's 3 of us up here, so it's got to be an odd vote somehow, but that way Dwayne Walker ended up with the Claw Award winner, Tyler Stepney in the JV game. So congratulations to both of those guys, as 69-60 in favor of the Dragons. It's been a great night here, folks. Cougars, Dragons. I'm Ryan Bertel, Doug Coleman, and our Director of Sports Technology, Brent Gossett. Thank you, everybody. We will be back very, very soon next week. We talked about it earlier. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. See you next time.